This is a continuation of our core series and breathing properly. When you breathe well, you're actually strengthening your core. And the stronger your core is, the better breathing you will be performing. So we need our core. Find something flat where you can lie down and really practice your breathing. Now, especially if you're new to this, or if you're in pain, or if you've been running around all day and you just don't feel you're aligned as well, pull out your Pilates ball. We're going to talk about the type of breathing I think is very important to learn. We've already talked about using the diaphragm, and we've talked about the core as being the 4 muscles. Just like core has 4 letters, true core is 4 muscles. Your diaphragm, your pelvic floor, just like the top and bottom, say, of a cereal box. The front is your transverse abdominis, and the back muscles are the multifidus, the multifidi. So we need to strengthen the core for better breathing. We need to use our diaphragm rather than our scalene muscles up here, and you'll have to watch all the videos to really understand that. The emphasis should be on exhalation, because the more we exhale, the more we'll be able to inhale, the more fresh air we can take in. But I also want to talk about something called umbrella breathing. There's lots of different types of breathing, some with counting and whatnot, and I'm not one to really count. I wanted to feel it. So however you breathe and however long you inhale, and if you hold your breath and then exhale, it's fine. It's whatever feels right to you. But I do want you to understand the idea of umbrella breathing. Now I'm going to have the ball between my knees just because it's a great way to activate your transverse ab, and it helps me to stay aligned. But now think of an umbrella, right? It opens. It's like the top of a mushroom. In the beginning, when I was teaching about using your diaphragm, I talked about your belly going up and your chest really sinking, almost like a seesaw. Some of us, our bellies are out too much. So, and our ribs are way far apart. It's not the size, it's really how strong is it. If you already have an easy time lifting your belly up, that means your belly's not restricted. And really, you want to start concentrating on your ribs and the sides and your back. If you have a hard time moving your diaphragm, moving your belly up and down, it could be from tightness. And those are some other videos where you can release your diaphragm, loosen it up. You might even loosen up your colon, right? So you want to be able to lift your belly up. But if it's not a problem, and if your belly's up and out too much, then really it's going to be about pulling your ribs together, not lifting your belly up as much, but using your ribs and the sides and the back. And that's where it really, can begin to understand what I'm talking about when I say umbrella breathing. So as you breathe in, yes, your stomach can come up, but I also want you to start thinking about expanding your ribs out to the side and pushing your ribs down into the table so that you're really expanding everything, front, back, side, and side to side. So there's the umbrella. So I want you to breathe in and imagine pushing your ribs into the table and expanding your ribs. And then pulling it all together, squeezing the ball. Now we're going to also bring our ribs together using our hands. Because oftentimes, especially if we have a large belly or if it's very weak, our ribs are also sort of flayed. So we can push them together using our hands while we exhale, almost like a girdle or trussing of a turkey, pulling it together. So I want you to place your hands on your ribs, and you can push them together the whole time. And when you breathe in, you want to push your ribs out to the side and resist your hands. And now exhale and bring your ribs even closer together. And again, bring your ribs closer together. Now you can think of the back ribs also. If you are on a hard floor, you'll definitely get better feedback. But if not, if you're on your bed, that's fine. You could place a book, a thin book, underneath you so that you have something to press against. So what I'm doing is I'm imagining just opening up like an umbrella. So I'm going to breathe in. My stomach will go up some, but I'm also pushing my hands, pushing my ribs out against my hands, pushing the back of my ribs down against the table. And now exhale. I'm squeezing the ball and bringing my ribs together. So there's breathing, umbrella breathing. It's opening up just this whole area and allowing your ribs to really expand. It's loosening up the muscles in between your ribs, because frequently when we're slouched, when we're not sitting well, when we're not in alignment, those ribs are getting compressed, almost like an accordion is closed. So when you open that accordion and open those ribs, you're gonna get more air flowing everywhere. Previously closed off places will feel more airy and open. And if you want to, you can also lift your arms up, push your bottom down into the seat. As you lift up, practice breathing in and expanding those ribs. And you can also push your ribs together wherever you are. You can practice in your car at a red light. You can practice at your seat when you've been hard at work and you need to take a break, a moment. Just lift up and breathe. And think of everything just opening up and closing. It's always expansion and contraction. Good luck. Try it. I hope this helps.
Thank you so much for watching. Practice until it's second nature and then pass it on. Like this video and subscribe for more content. And remember, your self-care is your best health care.